Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing another deck profile for set 2. This one is for Vegeta. I did say over the last couple of videos that I think Vegeta is going to be an absolute monster. It's going to be a definite sleeper meta deck. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a tier list, and I swear to God, Vegeta is probably going to be top. Or not top, but it will be in the top tier, for sure. We've actually had the benefit of, obviously we have Cache at our local, so we know how good Cache is with the current pool of cards. And I just know that from set 2 he's going to be undefeatable. Like this is going to be crazy just how strong Vegeta can get. So I've put together my own list. This isn't Cache's list by any means. This is me just sort of theory crafting. And if I was just to do a version 1 list just now, where would I start? And then, you know, again, changing ratios and adding and taking away cards that just are that are needed or aren't working. That's kind of what I'm looking to build here from this. So I'll go through it. We'll just start from the beginning. We have a 1-drop Goten. This is still our best way of just pushing damage in the earlier turns, and it's still our best way of, you know, if we put Final Hope onto it, it's still a 35k attacker. It's a really, really good card, right? The 1-drop Vanillas in blue are still very good cards. Then we have Bulma. This card is fucking stupid. This is what is going to break Vegeta, right? It's a 10k combo, 1 cost 5k, on play. If you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, choose up to 1 of your Vegeta cards and it gets plus 10k power. You can choose your leader. It says Vegeta cards, not battle cards, so you can pick your leader with this. So both effects apply to the 7 or fewer cards in hand, meaning that our leader will get the effect from his own skill, which makes him 35k. Bulma will buff him to 45k, and then you can just combo Bulma off, and that's 55k for 1 energy. You have a 55k leader swing. It's dumb. It's so dumb. It's ridiculously stupid just how much pressure Vegeta is going to be able to put out at ridiculously high numbers. If Blue's offensive power in set 1 wasn't already a problem, as in the Pilaf looping and Final Hope slashing, like 5-6 cards in hand, they get to 110k combo, like always, like it's ridiculous. It's going to get even worse. Vegeta for sure is going to break the bank on this one. And the next card is the Trunks Youth. It's just 3 cantrips, that's it. This could be cut. I'm going to jump to this card. These two in tandem, because Pilaf can add back Bulma. This is going to be ridiculous. This is going to be ridiculous value for these two. If we're going for game, for 2 energy we have 65k on our leader swing. Just between these two. It's so dumb. And even if we have another battle card on board, we can play Bulma, buff our leader, and then let's say we've got a 2-cost Trunks on the board. We attack with that and we combo the Bulma, right? That's 35k. Just on that attack alone, obviously if we reach the 7 or less cards in hand, that's 35k. That's already a big problem. Then we play Pilaf, we add back Bulma, we then play Bulma, and we add it onto Vegeta again. Because it's not once per turn, so it's you can do this as many times as you have Bulmas. It's stupid good. This is essentially a 20k offensive combo. It's so good, this Bulma. Harumaki is insane in Trunks. It's an absolute must in Trunks. But Trunks' abilities is what holds it back. Vegeta's capability of just buffing itself to 35k is ridiculously strong. The Bulma is just going to abuse it even more. Like I said, for 2 energy, or for 3 energy, we can Bulma in 1 turn, Pilaf, and then Bulma again. It's just value. That's just absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, I think that Bulma and Pilaf, again, Pilaf is already absurd, but Bulma is going to break the bank when it comes to Vegeta. It's going to be ridiculous to deal with Vegeta in the next set because of that. You're not going to be able to deal with those offensive attacks that often. You're almost certainly always taking a leader swing once they're awakened. It's kind of wild, without dropping ridiculous cards in hand. So anyway, we move on to our 2 costs. We have 4 Trunks Youth. Again, it's a 25k attacker. It's a Self-Awakener. There's no reason not to run it. It's also a 10k combo. Same with the Goten. It's a Self-Awakener. I chose not to play Mai in this deck because I honestly don't think you need it. The only thing I would replace with Mai currently is Trunks, but I still don't know if I would even do that, honestly. I'm going to get to something in a second once I've revealed the whole deck where this could get cut for another 1-drop, but it's not going to be Mai. I think that we have access to our own Self-Awakeners here. I also run the 3-cost Trunks, which we'll get to in a second, so I just don't see the need for my, honestly. We can stall the first few turns of our Awaken, and then by the time we look to Awaken and by the time that we're at 4 life, we should be at 4 energy at that point. So yeah, so again, I just don't think it's needed. This Trunks feature, this is our other Self-Awakener, plus it removes cards from the board. It's a 5k combo. It's a decent card still. So I would still run this at 4. We have the new Vegeta SR. Vegito, for me, is a strange one, right? He's here and he's decent. I'm still not 100% sold on this card, right? And we'll go over the reason why. So he's a 5k combo, 3 cost, 25k attacker. On your turn, if I have 7 fewer cards in hand, I reduce the cost of all battle cards in my opponent's battle area by 1. On play, choose up to one of my opponent's battle cards with a cost of 2 or less. Oh, sorry, 1 or less, and place it at the bottom of his deck. So we can remove a 2 cost because of this card. But honestly, I'm still not certain on this card. I'm really not. So this is probably one of the cards I'm going to look to maybe change its ratios. It's only good if it survives the turn before I look to play the 5-drop, because at that point I can kill a 5-drop. There's not many good targets outside of this, so it might just not fit into the Vegeta playstyle at all. So there's potential that this just gets cut entirely. So we'll wait and see. Again, I need to get actually playing games with the deck to know if I like it. Zamasu Fused. One of the best cards in blue now, for sure. It's a 4 cost, 25k. Essentially, it's protected once per turn, apart from if my opponent minuses this to death. If they minus it to death, it's dead on the first kill. There's no way for it to come back. Because obviously it's not KO'd. But when attacking, if I've got 7 or fewer cards in hand, you draw 1, right? Great card. Still a great card. We run this Vegeta. Again, this is another one I'm still not sure of. But on play, you play 1 Bulma with a cost of 1, which is this one. And its active main once per turn is if I have 7 or fewer cards in my hand, this card and my leader get plus 5k. So on turn 4 potentially, or turn 5 again, depending on what the board state is, what my opponent's life is like, we can play this Vegeta for 4 energy. We have essentially a 35k attacker, but we also have this. Now, once again, we have a decision to make. For me personally, the way I would do it is I would put the 10k buff on the Bulma to the leader, and then I would potentially combo onto this swing so that this one's 45 and that the next one would be 45. For me, that's the better. Those are just the better math numbers that make sense. Swinging 35 and swinging 55, yes, is good. It guarantees 1 damage. But if my opponent tries to combo out of both, they're crippled. And if they're not crippled and they take a damage, well, it's the same thing, right? It's just the same thing has happened. So the way I see it is you're best putting the 10k buff onto the leader and then just comboing the Bulma off on this swing. And that way you've got a 45k here, and actually you've got a 50k swing because the plus 5 applies to your leader as well. Sorry, so I mistimed that math there. So you'll swing with 45 with the Vegeta battle card and 50 with the leader. Good luck, right? That's all I'm going to say. Good luck defending this. It's ridiculous. 3 of the 5 drops, it's double strike, it's our best win condition, and Bulma can boost this as well. So there are ways where we're at 6 energy where we just dump all of it onto this for the double strike for game. We'll see what happens. Secret rare, we run 2 of. It's a good secret rare, don't get me wrong, I do like it. I'm still umming on about ratios on this one. It's a 5k combo. This could even just be a one-off, honestly. There are so many good cards now in blue that it's hard to fit this in without feeling bad about it. But it's on play, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with a cost of 5 or less and return it to the hand. That is a great effect. If my opponent has a 5-drop Goku or a 5-drop Vegeta, anything along those lines, it goes back to hand. See you later, nice to see you, right? I just think that the abilities, so like, there's a few cards in this set where they all have effects like this where I think they're all Vegetos as well, but they're all in the realm of reduce the cost of the card on the board by 1, right? If we could stack up enough of them, we can start removing some big bodies. The problem is that one, we're not stacking bodies like that. It's just not going to work because you'll lose the game that way. There might be cards in future which say reduce their power by 2 or by 3. At that point, this card becomes insane. So I will say that, watch out for this card. It is an active main if you've got 7 or fewer cards in hand. He's a dual attacker. So he's a 30k dual attacker. Still good stats, don't get me wrong. For 5 energy, I'd prefer 35, but do you know what? It's not the worst. I'd still take it, right? So there is a potential there. Right now, I don't know if set 2, until people figure out the builds, I don't know. I just don't know if I would run this card, or if I would run it at 2, maybe at 1. There's potentials to change things around here. Run 3 Final Hope Slash, it's still the best offensive combo blue has. Being able to bounce a battle card, whether it's yours or whether it's your opponent's, and also 20k buff, right? It's nuts. Recyclable off of Pilaf as well, great card. 4 Gallic Gun, it's still the best card in Vegeta, honestly. Yeah, there's not really too much to say about this card. If you're not running this in Vegeta, I don't know what you're doing. This is by far one of the best cards that Vegeta can possibly run. And I still think next set is going to be the exact same. And then we run Absolute Lightning. I choose this over Sinister Shadows because honestly 4 or less is a hindrance. This is very good at killing. This is mainly for the green match, right? It's mainly for the green and the yellow match. Green, we want to kill off the big bodies. Yellow, the secret rare for yellow is going to be a big problem. And for 3 energy, us being able, even if our opponent in yellow only has like a cooler blocker, we get to kill their blocker, and if we're at 5 energy, we can just Bulma and Pilaf and swing for 55k for game, right? As long as we're on, obviously, if the opponent's on 1 life. So, Absolute Lightning for me is, I think it's a sneak pick. I think that there's not enough people discussing this card. For 3 energy, killing any battle card. I say killing, it's bottom decking, so it's not proccing any KO effects. So again, it's a massive fused into blue is not great because we bottom deck or we bounce back to hand, doesn't protect from that effect. But yeah, it's insane. I did cut the 6-drop Goku Black, which I think I might add in, honestly. I'm tempted to cut these and put in maybe 2 Goku Blacks and maybe spin around with a ratio here or there or something else. Maybe cut this and put in maybe 2 more 1 cost, you know, the new vanilla Goku. We really want to be punishing our opponent in those earlier turns, so. And then when we get to the later turns, being able to Pilaf into Goten, and then play Goten, and then swing with Final Hope Slash, bounce back Pilaf, and now we've got a 35k attacker. Like, those stats are ridiculous for 3 energy, so it means that when we're attacking into leaders like Broly, we can get over that 10k cushion, which is the uncomfortable spot, I call it. So if our leader's 20k, 30k is that uncomfortable spot. Broly's uncomfortable spot is 35, and so is the new Zamasu leader. So I think being able to play more 1-drops for sure is definitely the option as well. This card is, I don't know, there's something about it where I just feel ick. I don't think the card is as good as its art, to be honest. That's the only way I can explain it. The card looks sick, looks beautiful, and I would love to put it in my deck, but I just don't think this is the set for it. I really don't. I don't think that the only way that this is valuable is if we play this and then can play this the following turn, right? Or this the following turn. So we can remove a 6-drop from the secret rare or a 5-drop from this. Or even from, yeah, it's not even from that either. I just don't know. There's something about it that just really puts me off. I'm not sure that this is the right format for it. That's all I'm going to say. Blue looks like it's also going down a route of reducing cards' power. So there may be cards in future where this becomes very valuable. But right now, I don't know. I really don't. It's in here, and before I recorded the video, I was discussing whether or not I was going to change this out for something else. But I'm not sure. But I think Goku Blacks, I haven't included them in this list, honestly, because I just don't think you need them. I think that when I'm at 6 energy, I don't think I want to tap out to play Goku Black and then, let's say, this Fuse Zamasu, or even this card. I'm not sure. There may be a way where this card is definitely the play, because with Goku Black into this card, and then from this card into this card, you know, we can put out multiple 40+k attacks. Yeah, now that I've said that out loud, we need Goku Black. 100% we need Goku Black. Now that I've said that out loud, yeah, now that I've actually thought about it, we need Goku Black. What I'm going to do is just, while we're here, I'm just going to go into the deck editor, and we'll just change it now. I think I'm just cutting this, honestly. I also think I still want to keep this, maybe. We'll make it 2, right? We'll make it 2. So we need 4 cards, right? And it's actually a good a good number for us, so we'll go into here. This is also a potential card to put in. I just don't think you need it, honestly. I think that in Vegeta, at most it's a one-off, right? I'm not including it in my list for now. People are saying it's an absolute staple, and I don't disagree with that. There are only 3 reviews, to be fair, but it's a great card. I just think for 6 energy, I would much rather play out this, right? That's the way I see it. We'll use the SPRs as well because they're nicer. I still like this card as well. I think this card is absolutely snapped. Being able to just constantly stop your opponent from just playing massive bodies is great. I think this is a great card. And then we're going to go with the 1-drops. I think we're just going to go into a 1-drop beatdown loop. And we're going to look for the new Goku. Here he is. I can't remember what we were at, so 52, so we will cut that maybe by 2. I'm going to just order these as well, so it's nice and easy to see. 6-drop, we'll stick him here. There we go. I think this is a list I'm much more comfortable with. I would maybe even look at upping this to 3. The problem is 0Ks, right? So we have 2, 5, we have 7 0Ks in this deck. Plus, if we have these cards in hand, if we don't have the energy open, they are dead combo power. But on the flip side, we have a fuck ton of 10Ks. So we're going to save this and view it, and then we'll do the reveal again. I'll just quickly click through them all. So I think that this is a much better list. I like the vanilla loop. The problem with running this Goku is that it's not an Earthling, so we can't recycle it from Pilaf, but that is why we have the Gotens. It's why I would run 4 Gotens and only 2 Gokus. I would not switch them around. But I think this is a better list. I genuinely think that this is better. I'm glad that we actually did this on the recording, just to give people my thought process. But for me, my turn 6 play, right? If my opponent's on 1 life, which ideally I want them at because I'm swinging massive attacks at them on repeat. But if we're at 7 or fewer cards in hand, right? Or let's say we're at 7 cards exactly, right? We play Goku Black, we go down to 6, we add back a card. Now it's just any card, right? Doesn't really matter which one we add back. Let's just for argument's sake, we'll add back this Bulma, right? We'll go with that. Or we could do the Vegeta again. Depends on the situation, but I'll go through the play line that I'm thinking of. And then we attack for 40k. We then play the Vegeta. The Vegeta then plays the Bulma. And then the Bulma will buff this. And then we just leave this at 40, I think. 40 is fine. It's a difficult number for them to get out of. We leave it at 40. We maybe put a 5k on or whatever. Doesn't matter, right? For the purposes of this, we'll say we leave it at 40. Our opponent combos out. Great. Now, this is 45k once we do the active main. So, there we go. We just swing. And our leader... Yeah, sorry. So we use the 10k on this onto the Vegeta leader. This will be 35k. We attack, we combo the Bulma. 45k. Again, difficult number for them to deal with. And then we swing with the leader, which is 45k. And then we just dump on that last swing, if our opponent's on 1 life, right? This is how ridiculous blue can get. Once they're at 6 energy, they can field ridiculous number of cards. And the thing I like about this build in particular is that we run a lot of 10ks. So we have 4, 8, 10, 14, 18, 22. We have a lot of 10k combos. Plus we've still got quite a few 5ks as well. So we've got 4, we have 8. So we still have a lot of 5k combos as well, just in case. Oh, sorry, and this as well. So we have 12. So we still have quite a few. The only thing I would maybe change from here is the number of extra cards we run. I like Final Hope Slash just for dumping it onto these 1-drops and then recycling it back with Pilaf. It's still a great play. We could even turn Bulma into an attacker, theoretically. We just buff our leader, swing with it, and combo 20, so it's now a 25k attack. So we swing 35, 45, and a 25, right? There are ways. So this is what I'm trying to get across, though, is blue is so versatile, this set. And I think that Vegeta is definitely going to be a sleeper leader. I think that, honestly, Vegeta could win a lot of events next set. I think if they get the right pilots, for sure. I think that anybody who's sleeping on Vegeta as a leader is insane. This, I'm hoping, shows you the power of what I think Blue's going to be like next set. But it's crazy. It's crazy, crazy good. That's it, guys. That's all I can really say about it. I think that Blue's in a very, very good position. In particularly Vegeta, I think Goku Black gets a lot of good support. Trunks is still dead. I think Zamasu is also going to be dead. I don't think that the set reveal was enough to make Zamasu good, and I think that most of the stuff you can play in Zamasu, you can play in Goku Black and just do it better. And that's the way I see it. But yeah, so this is the list. Tell me if you guys agree or disagree. Of course, hit me up in the comments. We'll have a discussion about it. But if you haven't already, please give us a like and a subscribe if you're not already subbed. And I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.